Borough of Rockaway Land Use Board to order. And I would also like to state that I'm the past chairperson from last year, and technically the secretary of the board should be starting the meeting now, but she's requested that I do. She doesn't feel that well this evening. So I'm gonna stand in for her. And our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance, so please rise. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Land Use Board Open Public Meeting Act Statement of Adequate Notice. I hereby announce and state that adequate notice of this meeting was provided by the Secretary of the Rockaway Borough Land Use Board by preparing a notice dated January 3rd, 2024, specifying the time, date, and place of this meeting, posting such notice on the bulletin board of Borough Hall, filing said notice with the clerk of the county of Morrison, publishing the notice in the Daily Record newspaper. I hereby hand a copy of such notice to the Secretary of the Borough of Rockaway Land Use Board for inclusion in the minutes of this meeting. All of the above being in accordance with NJSA 10, 4-6 et sequata Open Public Meeting Act. And I'm Ken Blair, the previous chairman of the board. And I would like everyone to note that in the event that we have to leave the room in a hurry, there are fire exits in that direction and in that direction. And that the board has decided that no new cases will be heard after 9:30 and no testimony after 10 p.m. And may we have a swearing in of the members that have been reestablished?
Yes, I have oaths for Mr. Schaefer, Mr. Hurley, Mr. Hopler, Mr. Danborg. Mayor, I don't know if your term as mayor carries over, so we don't have to swear you in then. Or if those individuals would rise, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, James Schaefer,
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in this state
and to the governments established in the United States
and the United States,
and the United States,
pursuant to the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, justly, and impartially perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of office of member of the Land Use Board,
of the office of the Land Use Board
of the Borough of Rockaway,
or Rockaway,
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
And a roll call, please.
Mayor Tom Mulligan,
Here.
Ken Vanborg,
Here.
Joyce Fireman is absent, Ron Hammond,
Here.
Bill Hopler,
Here.
Mark Howard,
Here.
Councilman Hurley,
Here.
Barbara Koch. Here. Janet Leonard. Here. Bob Schaefer.
Here.
Kim Rose is absent, Chairman Blair.
Here, thank you so much. Now you have to do the next order of business.
Oh, geez. Okay,
Call for nomination.
okay, I need a nomination for the election of chairman.
Nominate Ken Blair.
Ken Blair as chairman.
Second. Motion to close. Motion to close. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor of casting a ballot for Ken Blair as chairman also signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You're the boss.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Will you accept?
I don't have a choice, I think. Okay, now we need a vice chairperson nomination.
Nominate Barbara Koch.
Second.
Close.
Make a motion to
Close. All those in favor of closing, then
Second.
all say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor of casting unanimous ballot, say aye.
Aye.
Nobody. So you're elected, now we need to appoint the board attorney.
I nominate John Mills.
Second.
Make a motion to nomination to close.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone dissent? Hearing none,
Thank you very much.
unanimous board. Now we have a board planner to appoint.
Make a nomination for Bill Sparrow.
Make a nomination that the elections be closed.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No one is opposed, so it's unanimous, thank you.
Thank you.
And we need a board engineer.
This will be my last meeting as Gold Aspire. I'm changing it to Gold McMillan, by the way.
Congratulations.
I was like, where are you going with this?
January 29th.
Yeah.
Paperwork. But thank you.
Okay, then, congratulations, and then we need a board engineer nomination.
Nomination for Samantha and Mello.
Second. I'll make a motion nomination closed.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No one is opposed, so it's unanimous again. Now we have two resolutions that we've, thank you very much. We have two resolutions that were in the packet we were given. First one is regarding the time, date, and place of the meeting.
Make a motion to approve it.
I'll second
We'll do a quick, all those in favor of accepting this, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No one opposes, so that resolution is approved. And then we have the annual report of all of the work we've done last year.
You forgot to designate the annual newspaper.
That's what you just did.
We did that, that's part of the resolution, the newspaper and the where and the whens, all get lumped up together. So we have a variance report. It seems like we did more, but that's what we did.
You looking for a motion?
Yep. I don't know, we don't need to accept that one.
Well, it's tendered to the governing body.
Okay, so we need a motion to accept the report.
Mark House, Mark Squirrel.
A motion to accept the variance report for 2024.
I make a motion. I'll second it.
Is there anyone that's opposed to accepting the motion?
I'm just gonna abstain because I wasn't there for most of it.
But you don't object?
No.
So then by unanimous vote again, that's accepted. And now we've rolled down to where we have minutes. Again, they came in our packet, we've had a chance to read them. Minutes from 8/5, from 8/5, 9/3, 10/1, and 10/23. Whole stack of minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve all the minutes.
Very good, I'll second it.
Very good. Is there any discussion about the motion? Seeing none, is there anyone that objects to accepting the minutes as written? Seeing none, we have a unanimous ballot cast for that. Thank you very much. Next, we have an application, LUB 099.
I have to abstain.
So, Mark, you have to recuse yourself because
Yeah.
you live too close.
He lives across the street.
And thank you, Your Honor, for coming.
No problem.
Let the record show
Happy New Year.
that the mayor has left, and Mark Allworth is recusing himself because he lives too close. And Janet is recusing herself because she's the applicant, so. Thank you very much. As the board has received copies of the application, please be careful, be comfortable. The board has received copies of the application prior to the meeting. We've all had a chance to review the information provided. We've all had a chance to drive by or stop by and review the property in person if we so choose. So, first off, we'll get you
Just before
guys
you
sworn
real
in.
quick, raise your right hands. Do each of you solemnly swear the evidence you're about to give before this board shall be the entire truth?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard, Mrs.
I do.
Leonard? Okay, thank you.
And just explain to us exactly what you're doing and what you need, and then the board.
We're requesting to see a hardship variance for the purpose of the stick-built addition on the existing concrete porch. The house is, right now, it's 24.5 feet back from the setback, but the porch structure is 17.5.
17?
17 and a half.
Yeah, and the porch is a pre-existing condition. The
Correct.
porch has been there forever, basically.
Correct, yes. In your packet, you should have I went back and looked for pictures, I think we got 1967 was the earliest one.
A very technical kind of thing, I mean, de minimis.
Yeah, and you're putting in another additional foundation to support the new building, or
So the
the
existing foundation
is sufficient? So you're not even encroaching with the
No.
foundation?
No,
It's just that the structure is moving forward a little?
correct, about 7 feet.
Okay. Are there any questions from board members?
This is to provide, obviously, needed interior living space for you guys.
Yes.
And there's no possibility that you could have bought any extra property or moved anything around to make this
No.
fit?
No. The property line comes up about 8 foot from the tree lawn or the curb.
Yep.
And then actually the tree lawn's another 4 feet and then the road is 23 feet wide. So it's pretty far, the property line is pretty far into the front yard.
And because it's on the existing foundation, there's no, really the only variance technically is an increase in the value in that 17 and a half.
Correct.
And closer, so that no encroachment further toward the street.
Correct.
I would add too, there's no additional impervious coverage as part of this application, is that correct? Because this is an existing concrete structure, you're not expanding it in any way, you're not expanding walkways to it, access, strictly taking what's there and building on top of it.
Correct.
So as John mentioned, it's more of a volumetric
Correct.
issue than a road issue. Let's give it
This will remain consistent with front setbacks in the neighborhood. They're generally about the same area.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is probably as cut
Yeah.
and dry as you
Yeah,
can.
most of the
Try
houses
this.
on the street are the same distance from the road, some
Wow.
have porches, some
Yes.
don't. And it's very high up from the street, if that makes any difference
Yes,
to
I mean, you can tell
anybody,
from the
but
picture.
very steep front yard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the board? I would open the meeting to the public, but I see there's no one here from the public to talk about this. So, any other discussion from the board or questions? Motion?
I make a motion to approve the application as submitted.
I'll second it.
Is there any discussion about the motion? Seeing none, will we have a roll call vote, please?
Ken Van Borg,
Yes.
Ron Hammond,
Yes.
Bill Hopler,
Yes.
Jim Hurley,
Yes.
Barbara Koch,
Yes.
Bob Schaefer,
Yes.
Jim Glenn.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, one other piece of business.
where we're going.
To dig back through my file, we've received a letter about application LUBO 72 for Fuel 202 LLC on Route 46. And on October 5th of 2021, we granted them approval for their plans and a bunch of bulk variances, et cetera, et cetera. And then on December of 2023, we've granted them a 1-year extension, and now they're requesting additional extension.
Is this the Shell station?
Yes.
You wanna put
The
the-
mini mart.
What if they're gonna take the 7-Eleven?
Yeah, they're kind of blaming it on the state, why they're so slow and late.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything else. But they are subject to a whole bunch of state regulations and things they had to meet and pass. So there's a possibility that it's,
It could be.
So we're not allowed to ask the reasons why they want the extension, just whether.
you can read what they say in the letter.
But just what's in the letter, that's
That's what we have to go by.
it. Okay.
Yes.
They didn't chose to come and make a presentation because I probably didn't want to pay their lawyer to come.
Gotcha,
They
okay,
figured they send a letter would be sufficient.
okay.
I mean, that's just some guessing on my part.
Mhm.
I will say, thinking back, a long time ago, they had a pretty intense, presentation when they did it, so, you know, to give them a 1-year extension. But this is it, one and done, I would say. Let them know that we give them a 2-year extension and a 1-year extension, unless they start construction.
So does that sound like a motion?
Can we make a motion that has conditions like that? Let's-
I don't see why not.
It says this is the
I
final
don't see why
extension?
not. That's fine.
Okay.
They're allowed
Okay.
under
They're allowed
the
three.
three hours.
They're allowed three.
I'm sorry?
They're another second.
Under the municipal land use law, they're allowed to extend it.
Okay.
1 year each.
I don't know offhand, are they availing themselves of the Permit Extension Act, or are they just saying that they just want to carry it?
And they already asked for two.
What extension?
Well, they asked for a 2-year extension, so is that 2 1-year extensions?
Right, the intent is 3 1-year extensions for
Yeah.
a total of 3 years. So if they asked for 2 already and they're asking for 1, they're still meeting that 3-year requirement. So I think that they probably
They're
meet
there.
both the statutory requirement and it sounds
Yeah.
like the board's intent is as well to try to get them.
Agreed.
They don't have to complete construction, they just.
No, they just gotta start. And I wanna, you know, like I said, they made a big presentation and the whole thing, I got it. And they did refurbish the whole gas station part, what, a year ago or something, 2 years ago?
Have they pulled the
They
building?
did some refurbishing, they put
Yeah.
new,
They also
top
park
on.
trucks out there.
Huh?
They also park a fuel truck out there all the time.
I will note, and then Golden and I were just discussing that we did submit revised plans for resolution compliance.
Right.
And we have signed off on those, I think probably 6 months, 8 months, maybe even longer. So at this point,
Oh, they have plans. huh?
yeah, they have plans, their plans are ready to go, so we can only speculate that they're being held up maybe for financial reasons, or if they are waiting for their last permit from the state or something, but their plans are all ready to go as soon as they file those building permits.
They've had the signature approval from our office
Yeah.
since June of 2022.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, that one's been a while.
They are entitled to relief if there's a permit that they're legally obstructed for some reason from getting, so. But in any event, we can certainly send a message that this is the last extension.
Right.
Should they pull their building permit, that will protect them then.
That's up to them.
Yeah, but
That's
then,
on them.
isn't the building permit only good for so long, or is that like?
It's really, the signature said, it's the fact that, I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, John, is it that they haven't pulled their building permit and that's why they're extending?
Correct. That's my
The signature said is what's kind of up for expiration, but again, please, let the lawyer,
We have 45 days to review the building permits, and then it's good for 6 months. But if they continue to do work, it keeps going.
So as long as they put an outlet in somewhere.
One nail,
Yeah.
there are ways for them to find.
Yeah.
So do you want me to write a letter saying that we'll accept this, but it's the last,
This is it.
okay. So then I'll write a letter and then I'll email it to everybody? Is that what we do? Yes?
I think it just needs to be an official, it
Okay.
doesn't, I mean, we don't need a letter per se, I don't
Okay,
think, just
just
an
an email.
official, like we do. with any
This
normal-
extension represents their final extension.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have to make a motion for that?
You've made your motion, we haven't seconded it yet.
And she,
I'll
Yeah,
second
Janet
that. I'll
seconded it.
second the
Yes,
motion
okay.
to extend for 1 additional year and that's it.
With, I guess we'll, if you would send them a letter and say the board is approved for a year.
yes.
Well, we haven't voted yet, but if we do vote, the letter would say the board is approved for a year, and it's not our intent to approve at any additional time.
Do you want me to write it and then circulate it so everybody can read it?
What does the board feel?
No.
No.
It's pretty straightforward.
Got it.
It's pretty straightforward, I think.
That this extension represents their final
Okay.
extension.
Okay.
May we have a roll call vote on this motion, please?
Ken Vanborn,
Yes.
Ron Hammond,
Yes.
Bill Hoffler,
Yes.
Mark Kohler,
Yes.
Jim Hurley,
Yes.
Marta Kahn,
Yes.
Janet Leonard,
Yes.
Bob Schaefer.
Yes.
Chairman Blair.
Yes, thank you very much. Is there any other business that needs to come before the board?
Yes, our next meeting's canceled.
Okay, so we won't have a meeting at the end of January,
No, there's nothing coming forward.
and will we have a meeting in February, the first, possibly?
If these two deem it complete.
Yeah, Rich View at Rockaway will be deemed complete, so, it's up to them. I mean, that's a bigger application, they have a lot of public notice to do, so they'll have to make sure that professionals are available, and they can get all their noticing requirements, but that would be the only one.
So February 4th is tentative. right?
It's tentative, yeah, it depends on the applicant if they're gonna have any availability.
And the two others are deemed incomplete, which is 9/4.
Yes, she
Some
just,
time, and so they have a Franklin 285 Franklin.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
So,
Those are the three.
so at the end of the month, there will be no meeting. The first meeting of February is a possibility, but there are some applications in the queue coming up towards us, so,
4.
so be prepared.
Okay.
They're not little guys.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
So any other business that needs to come before the board? Seeing none, thank you to everyone, and Happy New Year's, and meeting is adjourned.